Have you been wondering what is really happening in the real estate market this year? The national headlines can make it sound like there is one clear answer. But here in New Jersey, and especially in Hunterdon County, the truth is much more local. We still have low inventory. We are still seeing bidding wars in certain price ranges. But compared with 2025, buyers are more cautious, more selective, and much more willing to negotiate or walk away. At the beginning of 2026, I expected the market to continue on the same upward path we saw in 2025. Prices were strong, bidding wars were common, and many sellers had an incredible amount of leverage. So when I was preparing market analyses for clients in January and February, particularly in Western Hunterdon County, I used the 2025 sales as a major reference point. That made sense at the time, but what I did not see coming was that those 2025 numbers would not automatically carry into 2026. I did not see the price escalation I expected. In fact, so far this year, 4 of my own listings above $1 million have required price reductions of $100,000 or more. That was the first for me, and it was difficult. Sellers were understandably disappointed. They had seen strong sales from the prior year and expected the same trajectory, but the buyer pool had changed. Here's what the broader data tells us. Through June, Hunterdon County had 470 single-family home sales, which was only modestly higher than the same point last year. The median sale price was about $660,000, down 1.5%. There were 285 homes on the market, representing about 3.1 months of inventory. So this is not a market collapse. Inventory is still relatively limited, and the right homes can still be very competitive, but it does show that price growth is no longer automatic. In Delaware Township, I saw a noticeably slower buyer pool. Buyers were still looking, but they were not moving with the same sense of urgency. A major reason seems to be the commute. As more people return to the office, buyers are once again thinking carefully how far west they want to live. Before COVID, commute concerns came up all of the time. During the pandemic, many people had much more flexibility. Now, for buyers who need to be in the office several days a week, the commute from Western Hunterdon County can feel like a bigger factor again. The Delaware Township data illustrates how local this can be. Through April, there were just 7 single-family home sales, compared with 12 at the same point last year. The median sales price was about $625,000. But when there are only a handful of sales, 1 or 2 transactions can move the numbers substantially. That is why a county line headline is never enough to price an individual home. I am seeing a similar pattern in Readington Township. In the $900,000 range, I am still seeing bidding wars. The right home at the right price can still attract strong attention. But once we move above that range, I have seen more significant price reductions and fewer buyers willing to stretch. The Readington Township data supports that more nuanced picture. Through April, single-family sales were up nearly 17%, but the median sales price was about $730,000, down about 14% from the prior year. Active listings were also up about 21%. That tells us there still is demand, but buyers are less willing to chase homes at every price. One local agent shared that sellers and their agents may price strategically to create multiple offers, but multiple offers do not necessarily mean buyers are offering dramatically over asking price. Buyers today are much more focused on value. They are negotiating more aggressively. They are paying close attention to inspection issues. And rather than settling just to secure a house, they are more likely to walk away if the price, condition, or terms do not feel right. Another local agent described what they're seeing in Hunterdon, Warren, and the Western Slope along the Delaware. Buyers are shopping, taking their time, and clarifying details before they make a decision. This is a real change from the urgency we saw in prior years. And it's not the same everywhere in New Jersey. Our team member Judy, who does a lot of work in Monmouth County and Morris County, is still seeing very busy markets and active bidding wars. That is why broad statements about the New Jersey market can be misleading. It can differ town by town, neighborhood by neighborhood, and price point by price point. Interest rates may be contributing to the smaller buyer pool as well. Higher borrowing costs can affect what buyers are comfortable spending, especially at the higher price point. Add in uncertainty and commute concerns, and buyers become more cautious. Markets do not like uncertainty. When buyers feel uncertain, they slow down, ask more questions, and make more careful decisions. For sellers, this does not mean you cannot sell successfully. We still have low inventory, and that is important. But it does mean that pricing must be based on today's market, not simply on what sold in 2025. For buyers, there may be more room to negotiate, evaluate inspections carefully, and make a thoughtful decision. You may still face competition for the best homes, particularly in certain price ranges, but you do not always have to make the rushed decisions that were common a year or two ago. The 2026 Hunterdon County market is nuanced. The right home, priced correctly, can still move quickly, but homes priced solely on last year's expectations may need more time, more strategy, and sometimes a meaningful price adjustment. If you're thinking about buying or selling in Hunterdon County, Alexandria Township, Readington Township, or the surrounding area, the most important thing is to look at current hyperlocal data, because the market is shifting and your strategy needs to shift with it. I am Mary Malone of the Luxe Service Real Estate Group. Thank you so much for watching. Please follow my YouTube channel for more local real estate updates and insights.